Working from home, what was once a luxury, is now the new normal for many of us. No more long commutes, office distractions, or rigid schedules. Sounds great, right? But as many of us have learned, staying motivated while working remotely can be a real challenge. Whether it's the comfort of your couch calling you, the never-ending household chores, or the simple lack of structure, working from home presents its own set of hurdles. But don't worry. In today's video, I'm going to share some practical tips that can help you stay motivated and productive, even when you're working from the comfort of your own home. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid set of strategies that you can start using right away to keep your motivation levels high and make the most of your work from home experience. These tips aren't just for those new to remote work, they're for anyone looking to maintain or boost their productivity. So whether you've been working remotely for years or you've just started, there's something here for you. Ready to dive in? Let's get started with our first tip: establishing a routine. One of the most important things you can do to stay motivated while working from home is to establish a routine. Think about it. When you're working in an office, you have a set schedule. You wake up at a certain time, you commute to work, you have your morning coffee, and you dive into your tasks. This routine helps you get into the right mindset for work. But when you're at home, it's easy to let that structure slip. Without a routine, your days can quickly start to feel unstructured, and that's when procrastination can creep in. You might find yourself sleeping in, starting work late, and then rushing to catch up. To avoid this, try to stick to a consistent schedule. Wake up at the same time each day, have your morning routine, and start work at a set time. But it's not just about starting work on time, it's also about ending work on time. One of the biggest challenges of working from home is knowing when to stop. Without the physical separation between work and home, it can be tempting to keep working late into the evening. That's why it's important to have a clear end time for your workday. When the day is done, shut down your computer and switch off from work mode. And remember, your routine doesn't have to be rigid. It's about creating a structure that works for you. Maybe you're more productive in the morning, so you start your day earlier. Or maybe you're a night owl, so you work later in the day. The key is to find a routine that fits your natural rhythm and stick to it. By establishing a routine, you'll create a sense of normalcy and structure in your day, which can help you stay motivated and focused on your work. So give it a try, set a schedule, and see how it transforms your work from home experience. Our second tip is all about creating a dedicated workspace. When you're working from home, it can be tempting to just grab your laptop and work from the couch, your bed, or even the kitchen table. But here's the thing, your environment has a huge impact on your productivity and motivation. When you work in a space that's associated with relaxation, like your bed or the couch, it can be hard to get into work mode. Your brain associates these places with rest, not work, so it's no wonder you might find it hard to focus. That's why it's so important to create a dedicated workspace, even if it's just a small corner of your home. Your workspace should be somewhere you can sit comfortably and focus without too many distractions. It doesn't have to be a whole room, just a spot that's reserved for work. Ideally, it should be somewhere with good lighting, a comfortable chair, and all the tools you need for your work. And don't forget to personalize it. Add some things that make you feel good, maybe a plant, some pictures, or a favorite mug. When you have a space that's yours, it helps create a mental boundary between work time and home time. Another important aspect of your workspace is reducing distractions. If possible, choose a spot away from the main living areas where you're less likely to be interrupted. Let the people you live with know your work hours so they understand when you need to focus. By creating a dedicated workspace, you'll find it easier to get into work mode and stay motivated throughout the day. It's a small change that can make a big difference in your productivity and how you feel about your work from home setup. Tip number 3 is to set clear goals. When you're working from home, it's easy to feel like your days are blending together. Without the usual office structure, you might find it hard to stay on track. That's why setting clear, specific goals is so important. When you have clear goals, you know exactly what you need to accomplish each day. This gives you direction and helps you prioritize your tasks. Instead of getting overwhelmed by everything you need to do, you can focus on one goal at a time, checking things off your list as you go. Start each day by writing down your top 3 to 5 goals. These should be the most important things you need to accomplish that day. Having a clear list of priorities will help you stay focused and motivated, even when distractions arise. And don't forget to make your goals SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of setting a vague goal like work on project, try something like finish the first draft of the project proposal by 3 p.m. This way you have a clear target to aim for, and you'll know exactly when you've accomplished it. Breaking down bigger projects into smaller, manageable tasks can also help. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by a big project, but when you break it down into smaller steps, it becomes much more manageable. Plus, each time you complete a task, you'll get a little boost of motivation to keep going. Setting clear goals not only helps you stay on track, but it also gives you a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. You'll feel more productive, more focused, and more motivated to keep pushing forward. Our fourth tip might seem counterintuitive, but it's one of the most important. Take regular breaks. When you're working from home, it's easy to fall into the trap of working non-stop, especially if you feel like you need to prove your productivity. But here's the thing, working without breaks can actually hurt your motivation and productivity in the long run. When you work for long stretches without a break, your energy levels start to dip, your focus wanes, and your work quality can suffer. That's why it's so important to take regular breaks throughout the day. A short break every hour or so can do wonders for your productivity and motivation. During these breaks, step away from your workspace. Go for a walk, stretch, grab a healthy snack, or just take a few deep breaths. The key is to give your mind and body a chance to recharge so that when you return to work, you're refreshed and ready to focus. If you're worried about losing track of time, try using the Pomodoro technique. This involves working for 25 minutes, then taking a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This method helps you maintain your focus while also ensuring you get the rest you need. And don't forget to take a proper lunch break. Step away from your desk, eat something nutritious, and give yourself time to unwind. It's not just about refueling your body, it's also about giving your mind a break so you can come back to your work with fresh energy. Taking regular breaks isn't a sign of weakness or lack of productivity. It's a smart strategy to maintain your motivation and keep your productivity levels high throughout the day. So go ahead, give yourself permission to take those breaks and see how much better you feel. Our final tip is all about staying connected with your team. When you're working remotely, it can be easy to feel isolated and disconnected from your colleagues. You're not bumping into people in the hallway, you're not having those casual chats in the break room, and it can start to feel like you're working on an island. But staying connected with your team is crucial for maintaining motivation. Even though you're not in the same physical space, you're still part of a team, and those connections are important. Regular communication can help you stay aligned with your team's goals, share ideas, and just feel more connected to the people you work with. So how can you stay connected? First, make an effort to check in with your colleagues regularly. This could be a quick message on your team's chat platform, a daily or weekly video call, or even just sending an email to touch base. The key is to keep the lines of communication open. Next, try to recreate some of those casual interactions that happen naturally in the office. Set up virtual coffee breaks where you can chat with your colleagues about non-work related topics, or start a fun group chat where you can share jokes, memes, or interesting articles. These little interactions can go a long way in making you feel more connected. And don't forget about team meetings. Regular team meetings are a great way to stay informed about what's going on in the company, align on priorities, and share your progress. Make sure to participate actively in these meetings, ask questions, share your thoughts, and engage with your colleagues. Staying connected with your team helps you feel supported, motivated, and part of something bigger than just your individual tasks. So, make an effort to maintain those connections. It'll make your remote work experience much more fulfilling. Working from home comes with its own set of challenges, but with the right strategies you can stay motivated and productive. Whether it's establishing a routine, creating a dedicated workspace, setting clear goals, taking regular breaks, or staying connected with your team, each of these tips can help you make the most of your remote work experience. Remember, staying motivated is a journey, not a destination. It's about finding what works best for you and being flexible enough to adapt as your needs change. So, Don't be too hard on yourself if you have an off day. Just get back on track the next day and keep moving forward. And if you found these tips helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Also, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Lastly, I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to staying motivated while working remotely? Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation started. Your experience could be just what someone else needs to hear. Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter where you're working from, you've got this.